Hi guys, my name is Dominica Malcolm. I am running an Indiegogo campaign for my novel called Adrift. So let me tell you a bit more about the book that I developed carpal tunnel syndrome writing and editing. Jacqueline Rousseau is a pirate from the 17th century. She was born in 1634. In 1661, she leaves her time period and finds herself in 2011. I will not tell you how that happens. That is revealed later on in the book. It's not an early reveal. And so I tell the story set in the two different time periods. So the book opens in 2011 in Barbados, and the following chapter, chapter 2, is set in London in 1651, prior to Jacqueline even becoming a pirate. So the chapters alternate the time period, which century the story is set in. And this is mainly because Jacqueline is not the most forthcoming of characters with the people that she meets in the 21st century. So this was the best way to explore the background of a character and to understand how she got to be in the 21st century in the first place. I have mermaids, specifically one mermaid who has a prominent role in the book, but there are a couple of other mermaids mentioned as well. I've developed a lot of my own mermaid mythology. I thought that when vampires are a mythological creature that I have sort of changed, I guess, with different writers' interpretations over the years, but mermaids haven't really had the same kind of development, especially not in recent years, and I wanted to create something different that hasn't been done before. So I did that with mermaids. If you want to read more about my mermaid mythology, there's a story online published at Plunge magazine. There's a link below in the campaign information if you want to have a read of that for free. You can also download the first chapter of Adrift to read and decide if you want to read more. Then you can donate. If you don't like it, you don't have to donate. It's up to you. For me, one of the other unique things about this story, or at least different things about this story, is that my protagonist is not straight. Her primary relationship in the book is with a woman, and I thought this was something that I wanted to do because I identify as bisexual, and for me, growing up, there was not a lot of characters who were female and either lesbian or bisexual that I could identify with. I mean, when I was growing up, I guess there was Willow on Buffy, and I can't even remember anyone else. And that was when I was a teenager, and that was, that's around I guess she came out probably as a lesbian around the time that I started understanding my own sexuality as well. So I just wanted to have a lead character who other people like me could identify with. I've been working on this book for a little over 2 years now. It started out as a screenplay, which ended up being rather popular amongst the people that I shared it with online. And my audience there were wanting to know more about this character, Jacqueline Rousseau, who I'd created. At that point, her name was just Jacqueline. I didn't have her surname yet or anything. It was just Jacqueline and Dick. So I wrote this screenplay and that I wanted to film with a friend of mine in Hawaii. And then when people wanted more, I decided I would write another screenplay, and then still people wanted more. So I ended up turning it into a novel. And it took me quite some time to actually get around to doing that, but it was quite a process. One of the people who was encouraging me with the story ended up becoming my editor, and so I went over to Washington DC to meet him in September of 2011, and I took a whole costume for that I had for this character, Jacqueline Rousseau, and then on International Talk Like a Pirate Day, the 19th of September, I dressed up as Jacqueline and we walked around Washington DC together. In particular, my interest was in going to the National Air and Space Museum as her, because I thought that would be quite an experience for her, being completely unfamiliar with air travel and space travel and all of that sort of thing. So it was really a good experience for me in terms of getting into her head and trying to understand her character better, and the experience of feeling in complete awe of all these machines, because she had no experience pretty much. I mean, by this point, when she travels through time, she gets to Barbados first. So by the time I have her in Washington DC, she's already been on a plane, but space travel is quite something else for her. This is my book. This is the last run of my edits, and so at the moment the book is being proofread by my editor, and in a few weeks it should be completely done, and then I will be able to present it to the world. I have quite a lot of experience with donating to Indiegogo campaigns. I've been a big supporter of other, short films and books and so forth through Indiegogo. So I decided to start this crowdfunding campaign because, first of all, I thought it would be a good way to launch my book, to start getting people interested in reading it, and because all the information about it would be in one place and it's easy to donate, and to help me raise some money that I can use towards advertising costs and promoting the book, to try and get it out there in readers' hands, because I'm really excited about this book and I want as many people to read it as I can find. I am not as concerned about the profits. I just want to be read. So that's partly why I am also going to be donating 20% of the net profits to the World Literacy Foundation. My protagonist, Jacqueline Rousseau, is illiterate, and I thought that the World Literacy Foundation would be a good foundation to work with and donate money to, because because of that.